you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Citi Prime News. We are live from our studios at number 11. Dr. Martin Loop. Coming up, Electoral Commission set to meet opposition National Democratic Congress this afternoon over voter register concerns as the party insists on televising proceedings despite the EC's rejection.
In fact, as a political party, we believe in transparency of the process, and that is why we will find innovative means to transmit this discussion that we are going to have for the media and the general public to see.
Also coming up, nearly 100,000 acres of cocoa farms destroyed due to illegal mining as farmers join calls for a declaration of a state of emergency to tackle the Galamsey menace.
More than 100,000 acres of farms have been destroyed due to illegal mining. And it has really affected our production for this year because most of cocoa have been cut down.
Still in the bulletin, North Tong MP Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa alleges a plan by some political elements within the New Patriotic Party to use the foreign ministry to involve diplomats in the country's local politics.
It's the foreign ministry telling Ghanaians that now they have reduced themselves to organizing ambassadors for political parties and that the NDC can write to them instructing them to convene ambassadors for them, the CPP.
And later, 19 workers of Wa Municipal Hospital found guilty of unauthorized sale of non-drug medical consumables as a means of extorting clients.
So we delved into the matters, interrogated them, and then it was obvious that some selling was going on in the maternity ward, which we thought was illegal because per our code of conduct, no staff is supposed, even if they were not logistics that were used to manage patients, but even general selling is prohibited in the hospital.
Stay with us for details of these and more stories coming your way in 30 minutes. The bulletin is live around the globe on citinewsroom.com. Across the country, we are live on a number of affiliate stations in the western region. This is Adrimpa, 100.7 FM in Takwa, Sky Power, 93.5 FM in Takrady Beach, 105.5 FM in Takrady. In the Bono region, find us on Greener, 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Ashanti region, Focus, 94.3 FM in Kumasi, Orange, 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, this is Revival, 99.3 FM in Tajevu, VOV Radio 95.7 in Hohoi. In the Northern region, tune in to Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In Upper East, this is Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. And in the Upper West region, Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa and Jurapa 96.1 FM. Stay for details.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
We're grateful you could join us this afternoon. Let's begin with some politics. And the National Democratic Congress is insisting it will use innovative measures to broadcast its meeting with the Electoral Commission regarding the 2024 Provisional Voters Register. Now, the party initially requested this meeting on August 27 to address alleged discrepancies, while the Electoral Commission declined the NDC's September 5 request for live airing of this meeting. The NDC's Deputy IT Director, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, tells Citi News they will still ensure live streaming for public transparency.
In fact, as a political party, we believe in transparency of the process, and that is why we will find innovative means to transmit this discussion that we are going to have for the media and the general public to see, because we believe that the register is a public document and it's not a classified document. So that is why we think that we'll find innovative means to get the media along with it. If they are not accepting it, and we think that their own motto is saying, we are only promoting their motto. And that document is not a classified document. It's a public document. Yes, the meeting is happening at 2 p.m.
You had the NDC's Deputy Director of IT, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer. Let's stay with the party because its flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, has criticized President Akufo-Addo for the rapid depreciation of the Ghana cedi, suggesting that the president should have resigned due to the worsening economic situation. Now, John Mahama expresses concern over the current exchange rate, which has surpassed 15 cedis to the dollar, and contrasted it with the lower inflation rate he says was experienced during his administration. While speaking at a rally in Nkwabeng, the NDC flag bearer questioned why the Akufo-Addo government would claim that the current economic conditions, particularly the exchange rate, are an improvement of the single-digit inflation under the NDC government.
Samreno, yedi 2 cedis and a $2 back. And a war bet naso. Abra obeje yano. Not yedi 4 cedis.
During the Atamil's administration, the exchange rate was 2 cedis to $1. When he took office, it was 4 cedis to $1. After nearly 8 years in power, the exchange rate has now risen to 16 cedis to $1. President Akufo-Addo should have resigned long ago when the cedi depreciated to 16 cedis per dollar. It is difficult to see how 16 cedis to $1 can be considered better than 4 cedis to $1. Unfortunately, we all find ourselves in this difficult situation. Even the prices of cement have skyrocketed.
Na obi bekacha say enemu mu asetena ye eche kanina. Eyade a obeka say obejadi.
You had John Mahama, he's flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress. Well, the party has committed to winning more parliamentary seats in the Greater Accra region during the upcoming elections. Currently, the NDC holds 20 out of 34 seats, while the NPP controls 14 seats. Now, MP4 Dodo Diodio and a key figure in the NDC's campaign, Nilante Vanderpoy, noted that even though the Greater Accra region is considered a swing region, the party is focusing on grassroots mobilization and intensifying its campaign to secure more seats in the region.
I'm very sure about retaining Odododio, and I'm also sure about the NDC increasing our number of seats in the Greater Accra region. We now have 20, the MPP have 14, but I'm assuring NDC supporters and the whole NDC as a party that we will at least add 4 more seats to the 20 we are holding. If we don't lose any of the 20 we are having, I'm assuring them that we will add more seats. And for purposes of clarity, the NDC will win Greater Accra, whether the MPP likes it or not.
You have the MP for Dododiodio Nilante Vanderpool. Now let's go to the NPP because the flag bearer of the party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is promising to implement policies that will enable the manufacturing of solar panels in Ghana when elected. Now the NPP in its 2024 manifesto has said it will provide 2,000 megawatts solar energy to help reduce the cost of electricity in the country. Campaigning in the Tema East constituency, Dr. Bawumia explained that his government will prioritize the manufacturing of the solar panels for the country.
Set up factories right here to manufacture solar panels for Ghana. Yanko import it, we will manufacture them right here and create the jobs for our people, because it will be a lot of solar panels. After we do ours, we can also be selling the solar panels to other countries. Intimate policy be my friend, buy Ghana first policy. Buy Ghana first. So be our government, Ebetono. You first, by law, we are going to pass a law. You have to look first in Ghana. In Ghana, no bit me Accra. But our Ghana, your uniforms are your tailors, furniture, your carpenters. Anything I ever told, we first look into Ghana and buy it in Ghana.
You had the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Now let's touch base with Hansen Ajiman. He has joined the NPP flag bearer on the campaign trail. Hansen, good afternoon. Thank you for your time. What else has Dr. Bawumia been saying, and where is his itinerary today?
So today, Dr. Bawumia is campaigning the Ayawaso West Wogan constituency, Adenta constituency, and Medina constituency. He is in the Ayawaso West constituency at the moment. Earlier in the morning, he visited the Santana market at Tesano, engaged in a meet and greet session at the Okonglo traffic light. He's just completed a stakeholder engagement with the chiefs and people of Mpasem here within East Legon in the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency. Now, Dr. Baumia essentially has been telling stakeholders why he should be voted for. He believes that the NDC government did not perform well between the period of 2008 and 2016. He talks about the poor state of the education sector at the time, where he says at that time unable to provide chalks for schools. He also talks about the cancellation of the teacher training allowance as well as the nursing training allowance. And he talks about what he terms as the good period under the NPP government, which has resulted in government giving tablets to students as well as facilitating laptops for teachers, and also implemented a free senior high school policy, which has increased enrollment from 800,000 students between the period of 1957 to 2016 to 1.4 million between 2017 to 2024, which he believes is a testament of the good works of the NPP. Now he goes ahead to tell the people what he would do for them as president, and he says he promises a Ghana that would make life comfortable for Ghanaians, which includes reducing the electricity bill by the introduction of solar power and the manufacturing of solar panels in Ghana, as well as giving job opportunities to young people, and also to institute a credit score system where he would, at the end of the day, be able to make Ghanaians purchase things on credit and not pay for everything with cash.
Hansen, so before we came to you, we heard the NDC flag bearer making some comparisons and blaming the government for superintending over what he terms as a failed exchange rate. He says that what he left is not what they are leaving. With response to some of these questions, has Dr. Baumia made any comments as regards the exchange rates in the country?
Well, Dr. Baumia consistently has indicated that if you look at the data and the data that is available to him, the NPP government has performed better than the NDC in all sectors. The Dr. Baumia campaign has also consistently admitted to some of the shortfalls of the government, but has explained that if you consider the things that they have done with respect to their shortfalls, and you look at the data critically, you come to a conclusion that the NPP really has done well than the NDC. And he makes a point that with all the problems that the NDC faced between 2008 to 2016, it was without a global pandemic and a Russia-Ukraine war. But that notwithstanding the fact that the NPP government has faced these issues, they've still been able to deliver their mandate to Ghana, saying that they've implemented 80% of their policies.
Very well. Thank you so much. That's Citi News' Hansen Ajiman speaking there from the Baumia campaign trail. Let's move on from politics now to some other stories. And the Macron Cocoa Cooperative Farmers Association says over 100,000 acres of cocoa farms have been destroyed by illegal mining. The farmers expressed concerns about the devastating impact on cocoa growing areas where farmlands are being destroyed in pursuit of gold. President of the Cocoa Cooperative in Macron, Francis Tenor, reiterated the need for urgent government intervention to stop the ongoing damage.
We are destroying cocoa farms and lands for this illegal mining. And we have not been seeing anything. Cocoa, in case the government is not aware of the destruction, to the extent that even Cocoa Board is telling farmers that they cannot do anything as of now, looking at the level of hands and the big men that are into good mining, that's illegal activities. And now even government have changed the name and even make it community mining. And what is community mining? They are doing what the illegal miners are doing. More than 100,000 acres of farms have been destroyed. due to illegal mining. And it has really affected our production for this year because most of cocoa have been cut down. And once they have been cut down, it's making things difficult for us to get the harvest that we are getting. So I believe that going forward, the government should declare state of emergency in the Galamsey sector so that all Galamsey issues should be halted. So that after the election, commission should be set up to investigate all the illegal mining activities in the country so that we come out with a blueprint, the way that we should be mining in Ghana. Other than that, if everybody has to just wake up and search for good and illegally continue in those businesses, then life and properties will continue to be affected.
Francis Tainoi is the president of the Mancron Cocoa Cooperative Farmers Association. You're still listening to the Citi Prime News. When we return, 19 workers of Wa Municipal Hospital found guilty of unauthorized sale of non-drug medical consumables as a means of extorting monies. We'll tell you more details of this and other stories shortly. Please stay.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head to head in the various challenges to prove their skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date Saturday 28th September 2024. Venue Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time 8 a.m. Call 0558 973 973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, and Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV. Telling your story, empowering change.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Yeah, welcome back. Let's bring you some more stories. Now, the management of Wa Municipal Hospital has instructed 19 staff members to refund various amounts of money believed to have been unlawfully collected from patients. Now, this directive follows the findings of a 6-member disciplinary committee, which determined that the workers were guilty of engaging in unauthorized sale of non-drug medical supplies, making improper demands from patients, and collecting illegal fees in the maternity ward. According to the hospital's management, the refunds, which range from 4 Ghana cedis to 286 Ghana cedis, are amongst several disciplinary actions imposed on the staff following an investigation into complaint of extortion, insubordination, and the illegal sale of these non-drug consumables. Samson Abu is the administrator at the Wa Municipal Hospital.
Those 9 staff were queried, and then out of their response, a lot more people were implicated, including some of the in charges we initially released to the region. So we thought that it was right for us, based on the responses that we were given, because they were implicating a whole lot of persons, and then we thought that we couldn't just take it wholesale. We needed to investigate further into those responses. So a committee, a disciplinary committee, was formed, and this included a staff from the Municipal Health Directorate. There was a representative of all the nursing groups on the panel, including my own self, and then the PRO of the hospital and the human resource manager. And this was the composition of the disciplinary committee. So we delved into the matters, interrogated them, and then it was obvious that some selling was going on in the maternity ward, which we thought was illegal because per our code of conduct, no staff is supposed, even if they were not logistics that were used to manage patients, but even general selling is prohibited in the hospital.
You heard Samson Abu, he's administrator at the Wa Municipal Hospital. Away from that, the Member of Parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has criticized Dr. Bawumia's campaign team for allegedly using the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to invite diplomatic missions and international organizations to a meeting in Accra. Mr. Ablakwa argues that this action compromises the ministry's integrity by involving it in partisan activities. In a City News interview, the MP expressed concerns about the appropriateness of using government resources for party political purposes.
It's the foreign ministry telling Ghanaians that now they have reduced themselves to organizing ambassadors for political parties, and that the NDC can write to them instructing them to convene ambassadors for them, the CPP, CHEDA, and others. Would they do that? Would they respond to an NDC request that go convene ambassadors for us? So you see, what is wrong is wrong. This is debasing the foreign ministry. This is a ministry held in high esteem. That is why people who serve as foreign ministers, look, in 1964, our foreign minister became president of the UN General Assembly, set a record as the first black president of the UN General Assembly. Our foreign ministers have all gone on to serve international bodies because of their reputation, because of how our foreign ministry is held in high esteem. Things like this erodes all of those gains. It totally undermines the image, the credibility, and our standing in the Committee of Nations. And I can tell you that so many ambassadors who received this invitation were so shocked. They are so appalled. They are so disgusted.
Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa also disclosed that following public disclosure, the meeting has been cancelled. He hints that the foreign minister will be summoned to Parliament to explain this action.
I am not surprised that I am picking up from diplomatic circles that following my expose, putting out this totally condemnable invitation letter, the abuse of incumbency, the desecration of the foreign ministry, following this expose, the latest I'm picking up from diplomatic corridors is that the meeting has been cancelled. And I say that it is a victory for our collective outrage. All of us must protect the image of our state institutions. Look, we cannot continue to sink so low, and we must not allow a few people to destroy what has been built for many, many decades. This letter should never have been written, and I can assure you that when Parliament resumes, we will be demanding answers from the foreign minister. Did she know about this? Why did she allow this to happen? She ought to be explaining to the Ghanaian Parliament why the foreign ministry should be so desecrated and reduced to an appendage of a political party.
Member of Parliament for North Tongue, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa. Moving on now, the Ghana National Fire Service says it has been able to contain the fire at Mokola Zongo Lane, which started on Sunday, September 1. Despite this, the service discloses that flames on the second and third floors of the building are still burning due to the high amount of combustible materials present. An assessment of the fire, which has been raging for over 5 days, revealed visible cracks and the collapse of the eastern part of the building. The head of public relations for the Ghana National Fire Service, DO2 Desmonaka, called for patience from the affected shop owners and individuals as they continue on efforts to fully extinguish the fire and secure the site.
The affected person whose words have been gutted by this fire should exercise patience for us. You know, I have indicated that there are signs of cracks and spallets in certain portions of the building because of the intensity of the fire due to the fuel load that was stuck in there. And therefore, we had to tread cautiously because those are signs of imminent collapse. So we have to tread cautiously not to commit men to kind of endanger the lives of our men. But successfully, we are almost at the tail end of our firefighting operation. And therefore, they should exercise patience for us. When we are done, we will let them know, and then we would ensure the needed safety protocols are put in place before we allow, if need be, allow people to access that particular affected building.
Well, on the fire incident that occurred in Dansumani yesterday, DO2 Desmond Aka also noted that some fire personnel were attacked by civilians in the attempt to control the fire, which gutted the 2 structures
around Dansuman. So quickly we had to dispatch the Dansuman fire tender to the scene. And lo and behold, they found the wooden structure on fire. And successfully they were able to bring that fire under control. They were able to contain the fire from gutting the whole premises. But as at the time, and then yesterday too, there was another unfortunate incident where some residents resorted in attacking and manhandling our personnel for whatever best known reasons best known to them. We still want to caution the general public that it is against the laws of Ghana to assault a firefighter who is your savior.
DO2 Desmond Aka is the head of public relations at the Ghana National Fire Service. Away from that, now Newmont Ghana has donated medical equipment to the Osu government maternity home as part of its corporate social responsibility. The donation includes a delivery bed, examination trays, forceps, an ultrasound machine, and other supplies. Now Newmont aims to enhance patients' experience and improve maternal healthcare delivery. Now during the handover ceremony in Accra, head of people at Newmont, Ama Bene Amponsa, reaffirmed the company's commitment to advancing maternal healthcare in the country.
Newmont has employee-led, groups. One of our employee-led groups is our business resource groups, Women and Allies. And out of sheer volunteerism, employees came together and raised money to support a worthy cause. An area of interest for us specifically is maternal health. The main reason being Newmont is a key advocate of women in the workplace, is a key advocate of creating workspaces and environments where women thrive. And together we raised a huge amount of money, and the organization, which is Newmont Africa, also topped up the efforts of employees. And today we are here to make this donation to the Osu government maternity home. What we have, you have a number of medical supplies, but we thought medical supplies alone is not what is required, but also give the nurses and the medical professionals an environment where they would also thrive and provide the necessary support to their customers and the clients who visit this hospital. So you'll notice that we also have desk, chairs, and even seating arrangements for customers who also come in here. Our support is not a one-off thing. Like we indicated in our earlier discussion, this is a partnership, and we believe that together we can create communities that people truly thrive and communities that women feel valued.
Head of people at Newmont, Ama Bene Amponsa. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chief Nursing Officer of the Osu Government Maternity Home, Alice Ofoli, expressed her gratitude for Newmont's generous gesture.
We want to thank Newmont Gold very much for coming to our aid, because they have come at the right time. The items came at the right time, especially the ultrasound, because we need our ultrasound scan badly. Our patients have been going outside to do the scan, and at times it wastes our time. But this time it will make diagnosis and management faster for us. So we are grateful for all that they have done for us. We say God bless them.
That's the Deputy Chief Nursing Officer at the Osu Government Maternity Home, Alice Ofoli. Before we go, the Ghana Education Service in the Volta region has announced that education, particularly in rural areas, is set to improve significantly with the recruitment of over 600 new teachers. The newly posted teachers are expected to report to their stations next Monday after an orientation to prepare them for the field. Speaking to City News, the Volta Regional Director of Education, Francis Iyao Agbemade, called on rural communities to help make living conditions more comfortable for the newly posted teachers.
Huge teacher deficit in the region, especially in the rural areas. And so the newly appointed teachers, the number we've got now, is going to staff our schools, and those schools that we lack teachers, they are now going to get full complement of teachers by extension, impart knowledge to children so that quality education delivery will be enhanced in the region.
You had the Voter Regional Director of Education, Francis Yao Agbemadi. And that's it for today's package of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studio in Adabraka, Accra. Log on to citynewsroom.com.